The keto diet turns you into a genius. Legitimately, science, keto actually makes you smarter. Genuine, not cap, not fact, truth. Keto makes you smarter. Why? Why does keto make you smarter? I mean, keto is the best diet in the world, right? The world has had fruits and vegetables in it. Fruits, bananas, oranges, all those things with all those vitamins in it. And keto says, nah, because that's sugar. So sugar's bad and it's carbohydrates. Bad. We're actually going to get rid of that. What we'll do is, the fatty bits from like dairy or milk, dairy, just look, wherever you can find fat, just eat that, and we'll just eat meat and fish. And anywhere you can get even more fat, that's going to be great. And it's going to make you smarter, and you're going to lose a heap ton of weight. Well, some of it's true, some of it's not. By the end of this video, you're going to get a very different perspective on keto and an understanding of why, firstly, keto is not good. Keto is not good, but keto does make you smarter. By the end of the video, you'll kind of understand it actually scientifically proven to enhance brain function, and we're going to discuss that. So, look, let's talk about keto. If you don't know what keto is very simple. Keto is a diet where you cut out all carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are what the body uses for energy, for fuel. It's the fastest usable energy. You eat carbohydrates, you can then use them, and you've got power behind them. Athletes use carbohydrates. Everybody eats carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are great. Our brain craves carbohydrates. It craves energy. It allows us to live, right? Keto says, nah, carbohydrates, bad. So you take out carbohydrates, what happens firstly? You feel like fucking garbage. Straight up, you feel like garbage for about 4 to 5 days. After that, your body's like, shit, we're not getting any carbohydrates. We're going to have to switch to burning fat for fuel, right? Because you've been eating a lot of fat. You probably have a lot of fat on you. That's the only reason you do keto. Now, your body has switched to burning fat. What's changed? Well, what's changed is when you start burning fat, you start burning these things called ketones, but it's irrelevant. You don't need to understand the scientific rubbish around it. Understand that you're now burning fat. When you burn fat compared to carbohydrates, it is a slower releasing energy, right? So if you're running, you can't run as fast, right? If you need a high performing output, you can't do that as quickly as if you use carbohydrates for fuel. So you're in keto, your body is burning fat for fuel. Some of the fat that you're eating, some of the fat that you've got stored on you. The big difference is what you're not experiencing anymore is blood sugar spikes. Blood sugar spikes are what gives you that energy. When the carbohydrates get ingested into your bloodstream, they create an energy spike. That energy spike, you feel kind of strong, you kind of feel alert, you kind of feel powerful, whether it be sugar, whether it be rice, whether it be potatoes. There's different carbs, and we're not going to get into this in this video, but when you eat carbohydrates and it enters the bloodstream, your blood sugar spike goes up and it makes you feel energetic. What comes up, though, must come down. Now, the healthier food you eat, it goes up and it goes slowly down. The more unhealthier carbohydrates you eat, they go up and they go down and they crash. So, imagine a day where you've got this going on. Up, down, up, down, up, down with your energy, right? And then you've got processed food. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So that's kind of how your energy's going. So that's carbohydrates. Healthy, non-healthy carbohydrates. Keto is like this. I've just got a baseline of energy like this. I'm just burning fat. Blood sugar isn't moving. I'm just burning fat. So you never feel as strong. You never feel as powerful. But what you also don't get is these downs. Not even small ones, not even big ones. You don't get the downs. What happens when we experience consistency? When we experience a consistent level of energy, we are able to better handle our moods, better able handle our days, because we wake up and there's no shift in energy. That's the energy, and we continue. We eat because we haven't eaten carbohydrates. The energy is the same. There isn't that lull. There isn't that afternoon fall asleep nap. None of that. It's just consistent. Arguably, that makes you be able to perform or be able to access levels of performance where you're more consistent. Now, we know that if you can work more consistently, if you can create more consistent output, generally speaking, your results are going to be better, or at least easier to manage without those spikes. In fact, scientifically, it's come out that it looks like when you're in keto, there's a chemical release that even alters your levels of stress somewhat. Now, I know it sounds like I'm selling keto. I'm absolutely fucking not. It is not what I'm saying to do. Not at all. But it's important to understand that these are the facts of keto. There is a reason why hundreds, thousands, millions and billions of people talk about keto, maybe even diet normally and then end up on keto anyway, because they're addicted to that. It's that level of consistency. They haven't managed to create their day where they deal and are able to eat so they function with those energy spikes. Or if they're eating processed food, they get real down crashes where they do nothing for half an hour and then they try pick it up. So keto obviously feels like an improvement to them because they're like, I've just got consistent energy throughout. And along with the, it burns fat because you're eating fat argument, it becomes a no-brainer. So look, there's a lot of videos that I'll make on keto, but the important one here that I want to address is that keto, a lot of people fall for it because they haven't gotten control of what a healthy diet looks like, where you can have energy spikes throughout the day and use them whenever you need. You get to structure your day. Maybe you don't want to be energetic first thing in the morning, but at 10 a.m. after your coffee, or maybe without a coffee at 10 a.m. you like to get stuck into work, or maybe you go for a swim, or maybe you have your first lesson in school, or whatever it is. And at that point, you're like, I want some energy. So you eat a banana and boom, you've got some energy and you use that. That is how you'll learn how to use energy and use it to your strengths. Keto is cheating. It's like, oh, that's too hard. It's like, oh, screw it. I'll just throw out all the healthy foods, whatever. I'll just eat fat and meat. Keto is not a healthy diet. If you're here, part of this YouTube channel, you know that, right? You know the truth. If we've got plants, fruits that have been put on Mother Nature here, on Earth, we are certainly not dumb enough to think that they are useless. They've got a bunch of vitamins. We extract the vitamins from the fruit and even put them in pills because people aren't having enough fruits and vegetables, so you can have the pill for God's sake. The vitamins are good for you. They're nutritious. They're delicious. They're the nicest tasting foods. In fact, all our candies and all our nice dishes always have fruits and vegetables actually as tasting things put in them. If you remove all that, flavor goes pretty much. All you've got is left is spices, really. And without that, you've got nothing. Meat by itself doesn't taste like anything, right? If you've got a zesty, tangy sauce, guess what that zesty, tangy sauce is? It's fucking oranges, right? Fruit is not bad for you, right? Any diet that says take out the fruit is silly. It shows how much we've lost and confused our brain cells. But it's because we're looking for that. Just give me the solution. I'm fat and I don't want to be this hungry. I don't want to work it out when to eat the fruit, I'm just so lost in my food. Look, I can't in this video explain the whole world to you of keto and dieting. you've got my book, The Psychology of Weight Loss. It's linked somewhere below. I've talked about it before. You know it exists. The Psychology of Weight Loss will take you step by step through everything to be able to understand how to manage and create your diet for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being able to, at times, create high-performing smart periods for yourself where you don't create spikes and you're kind of not running off these energy spikes, but you might be sort of running a little bit off fat, but just like this, and then towards the evening you might want energy because you're playing sport, and then you put the carbs in. But you need to design that for yourself, and the book takes you through that on how to design your dietary intake around your life. That's why looking towards me or towards anybody else is never going to help you in actually mastering and getting control of your health and your diet. That's why the book is designed. It's designed to psychologically make a shift for you so you actually can take a deep dive into your own diet and design this perfect functioning system that works perfectly for you to create a high performing individual. Keto doesn't make you smarter. It may fool you into feeling that because of those energy spikes and lulls you don't get it, that you are more consistent and you have a higher output. But keto isn't healthy. You shouldn't do keto. You should not do keto. Keto will not bring you closer to your long-term goals. I've done keto. I've done it many times. And every time it yo-yoed back. And every time I experienced it, I was like, oh, I'm so much smarter. But I had to face the truth. Like you have to face the truth. Now, I know. The truth hurts. Be better. Peace.